Well, the rumour mill has gone into meltdown.
Yes, everyone from Mel C to Paul Hollywood to Louis Walsh has been tipped to take part.
But tonight, the truth is finally revealed. Just who is competing in Strictly Come Dancing 2013?
You're about to find out. Hello and welcome to The One Show with Matt Baker.
And Alex Jones. How nice to have that little dance, wasn't it?
It's
been a while.
nice.
It's been a while. Now, don't worry if you are not a fan of Strictly, because we will be reporting on a blitz on motorists that has seen 1 million cars confiscated.
And we'll be taking a first look at a 143-metre-long tapestry that weaves together Rod Stewart, the Old Firm and the Battle of Bannockburn.
It's remarkably
It
impressive.
is.
Now, but if you are a fan of Strictly, then stay right where you are, because we will be confirming the 15 celebrities who will be competing for this wonderful glitter ball.
And we will be exclusively revealing them in costume for the very first time.
Yeah, and with us is one of the esteemed Strictly judges, Alex. Now, it's not the Cockney one,
No.
It's not the Italian one, and it's certainly not the grumpy one.
Thank goodness for that. Which only leaves the gorgeous and talented one, world-renowned ballerina Darcey Bussell.
Darcey, how lovely to have you here. So it's all about to kick off. It's all about to kick off. Now, when I did it, the lineup was classed as the best lineup ever.
Of course.
Alex, when you did it,
Well,
what was
when
that
I
classed as?
did it, they said it was the best lineup ever.
Yeah, last year I think was the best lineup ever. So is this year, Darcey, the best lineup ever?
Yeah. It's really hard, isn't it? I mean, it gets really exciting every year
Yes.
to see all the personalities, but I do like the characters this year.
Oh, dear.
There's great personalities, and so it should be really interesting to see how they entertain us.
Oh, but can they dance?
Well, that too. That would help.
Doesn't really matter, doesn't really matter, doesn't really matter. Anyway, one of the new contestants has ridden into the studio tonight on their mirror ball moped.
So lovely.
Actually, their moped. It's amazing.
But who is behind the helmet? We'll meet him or her.
Yeah, I was going to say, or her. Come
But
on
let's
now.
hope it's a him, mate.
Right, OK, well, the new registration cars hit the road this week with the number 63 on the plates. But if you are thinking of treating yourself, then please make sure that you've got enough cash left over for the insurance.
More than 1 million uninsured vehicles have been taken off the road since 2005. So Anita Rani joined the police as they clamp down on those who fail to pay their premiums.
Oh, Tony, unbelievable statistics in there.
Shows you the scale of the problem, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and we're not talking about just tatty old cars, are we?
No, we're not. Have a look at this. This is a £300,000 Lamborghini.
Wow.
Aventador. I haven't got one. I think that's...
You like the look of that, Darcey, don't you?
It's a nice colour, isn't it?
Hope you weren't driving in Knightsbridge in July, because that's when it was seized. And the police are still deciding whether or not to charge the driver, but that could end up in the crusher.
I think that's the best place for it.
Oh, how am I? You've
don't
got to
like
at least sell it and give the money to good cause.
Well, that's true.
But, you know,
That's true.
Yeah, you can't get out of those cars easily.
speaking from experience.
And Anita was saying in the film that lots of people obviously came up with all these excuses about
Yeah.
why they haven't got insurance. So let's deal with the price first then.
Yeah, excuses are many and varied, but the second most popular excuse is that people can't afford the premiums. And we all know they can be expensive. They've doubled since 2007. The average price then was £394 a year. Now it's £764 pounds a year. But there is some good news. They've gone down 10% over the last year, so, you know, hopefully that will help some people.
And what about this, forgetting to insure? I mean, obviously, there's people switch and all that sort of stuff. It can get quite confusing.
This is the
lose
most
track.
common excuse now. The AA say we use so many different comparison sites to get our insurance. We saw in the film there someone didn't have business insurance. They must have had personal insurance. People are saying, I forgot what I've got, I don't know what I've got. But there is absolutely no excuse, because there's something called the Motor Insurance Database. We're all on it, and there's a link to it actually on the One Show website. So if after the show or now people want to have a look at that, go and see if they're up to date. So they haven't really done an excuse.
And very quickly, Darcey, there's a new scam in town. It's called Flash for Cash, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Not what you think.
Okay.
No.
Their face. It used to be Crash for Cash, where people would brake in front of you and then you'd hit the back of them and they'd claim. Now it's Flash for Cash. So if you're coming out of a junction there in the main road, they'll flash their lights. You'll pull out, thank you very much, then they'll hit you and say that you pulled out in front of them. Usual things apply then. They'll charge for whiplash, taking days off work, a hire car, you know, and possibly bogus people in the car as well, claiming 4 people got whiplash instead of 1.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So if you see it, just wave, let everyone carry on.
Yeah,
really.
you should only
That's the
flash your
thing.
lights to let people know you're there, so you don't feel obliged to pull out.
Tony, thank you.
Thank you so much, So, the time has come, this year's crop of Strictly hopefuls. Who will be the Prince of the Paso and who will trip up on their tango?
Well, let's meet the first 5 celebrity contestants for Strictly 2013.
A lady with a big voice and opinions to match, broadcaster Vanessa Feltz.
Model and presenter Abby Clancy.
Star of Casualty, actor Patrick Robinson.
Singer, songwriter and DJ Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Swapping his rugby ball for a glitter one, England's World Cup winning Ben Cohen.
Well,
Pretty.
so there we are. You always look at me when you make comments like that. As if
Sorry.
you want me to sort of agree.
I'm just looking to you for reassurance.
Anyway, so Darcey, we've set up this Bussell's
Yeah,
barometer
beautiful.
here. And so we've got who's going to, light up the dance floor, who's hot there and who's going to be slightly cold at the bottom. You've put Tony Jacqueline right at the bottom. You met him, didn't you, on Friday?
We met Tony, and he was a ball of sweat because he'd just done his first rehearsal and he was stressed already.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
No. He was a lovely bloke, I'm
No,
sure very popular.
Yeah, well, no, he is obviously very popular with the public and everything, and has incredibly successful golfer. So he's obviously very competitive, and so that might work to his
Yes.
favour, and he might grow up.
And
But
what about-
it is interesting. I don't know, his flexibility is difficult.
So
His
no, with the
core should be
hips
strong.
with the golf swing.
Oh,
That's
maybe.
true. He should be able to, but only one way, maybe.
So
You just do
I
that.
just a little flick of the hips there. Anyway,
be
Vanessa, that fiery Vanessa, you put her as lukewarm.
Well, no, she's in the middle, really, for me, because there is a bit down here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a long way to fall.
Iced.
I think she'll actually probably do very well and surprise us. She's a wonderful personality, very bubbly, and will just, I think, will just exude love the dance.
Yes,
She will
and she'll
enjoy
work
every
hard.
minute of it. Yeah, and she'll work hard.
You've got Ben at the top
And
as
then,
well, haven't you?
yeah,
Alex?
Ben and Patrick towards the top.
Yes. Well, they're both physical. They're both. I mean, I know Ben's an actor, but he has done a lot of sports in his lifetime, and he naturally is well built, and so I think he'll have that strong core.
Ooh.
And being Jamaican, will have that rhythm, possibly.
Okay. So Patrick could be the new Lewis.
Yeah, and well,
Yes.
Ben, being an athlete, again, very competitive, knows
Yeah.
how to pick up something quick when you're corrected, or takes criticism, basically.
We've got to squeeze another 9 on there, haven't we?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
going to
we
be
have.
tough.
Yeah.
So you're back for a second year.
Yes.
How did you find last year then? Was it easier or harder than you thought to be part of the panel?
It was terrifying.
Was it?
No, I mean, I loved it. I love every minute of it, because I've always been so passionate about the show, and it so should be top of the game, this show, because it is wonderful to watch and see people go for that journey. But to be a judge for me and not to be the dancer is really weird. So to sit still full stop, I find quite difficult. I'm a bit of a fidget in my seat.
Well, you had a go, didn't you, last year with Ian?
I did. I
Which
was very lucky.
beautiful,
Oh,
and
thank
everybody was
you.
so keen
yeah,
to see
and
you
it
do it.
was. I mean, to dance with Ian was fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but very nerve-wracking. That dance floor, has had everybody on it, and
Oh, yeah.
incredible professionals on there. And
Nobody
you just
better
wanna
than you,
do your
though, I think,
best.
Darcey.
No,
Lots
it's
would
very
agree.
But I think the lovely thing about you, Darcey, as a judge, is that you do always try and be constructive, because it's very easy to knock the contestants' confidence. You
Yes.
were sort of known as the nice judge.
Well,
in some
I know
respects.
how they feel. I mean, luckily I have performed on there about 3 times myself, and it's not like what I had my impression. I've been on a stage, and the distance between you have through the public and yourself, and there's an
Yeah.
orchestra pit. This is you're right up close to the audience. You're right up close to the judges, and it's a very different feel. And to get over that, I mean, it's with nerves. You suddenly can't hear the music. People get very, sweaty.
You can only hear
And
your
they
own
slip
heart.
out.
Yeah.
Everything is very,
Yeah.
in your face, and it is hard for them to get used to that. None of them, hardly any of them, would have ever experienced that feeling. And so I really am very sensitive to that. But if I see they're slacking off, then I'll be hard. But as long as they're trying hard,
Yeah.
I want to give them encouragement.
Okay, brilliant.
Good.
Yeah, 9 more to come, as Matt said. Now, as it's a night for exclusive revelations, let's add another one to the list, shall we?
Why not? Rod Stewart, the Hillman Imp, Fingal's Cave and Dolly the Sheep have all been stitched together to create an amazing piece of art.
Here's a very first look at the Great Tapestry of Scotland.